Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I would share a bit of a story time flashback for you. This story is something that I like to refer to as like the scary hotel story. I was pretty freaked out when it happened back then, but looking back, I also didn't realize that I had anxiety back then, so I guess you guys will have to be the judge on if this is actually freaky, or if I was just super anxious and psyched myself out. So this was like 7 or 8 years ago. My family and some close friends decided to go on a vacation together, kind of like this group vacation. There was 4 adults, well, 5 adults technically, counting me. I was around 19 years old, so I was an adult, and 2 little kids that all went on this trip. So the first bit of the trip actually went really well. I found us a really cool place to stay. The vacation was really good. We were having a great time, and we actually kind of ran out of time to do some of the stuff that we were wanting to do. So we kind of did the whole at the end of vacation thing, like, is it possible? Can we stay one more night to do some of those final vacation things we wanted to do, right? And of course we asked the place that we were at, and they were completely booked out. It was going into the weekend, so a lot of places were already booked out for the weekend. It was very popular. I think this was like summer, so everyone was booked out except for like this one place. And we went over and they had a room available for all 7 of us, and we were like, sweet, we can stay an extra night. It will be perfect for our schedule. We can finish up what we wanted to do. It will be perfect. So we book everything, and the front of like the hotel like looked nice. It wasn't like anything fancy. It was just a regular hotel. And then when they're going to take us to our room, we don't go to the front of the hotel where the rest of the rooms are, like the like outdoor rooms hallway thing, right? No, we don't go there. We go around the back. Already, I'm a little concerned of where we're going. Now, I'd actually stayed at this hotel before, but I'd always stayed in the front of like the regular looking room, so I didn't know where we were going. So they take us to the back where there is this converted building that is now part of the hotel. And we go inside, and it's basically a staircase of stairs that leads up to like the 2nd floor of what used to be an old building, an old house. There are 2 itty-bitty little rooms that have enough room for 3 beds somehow, because the rooms were tiny, and the bathroom was so shrunken, like I could barely fit in this bathroom by myself, and we had like grown male adults with us that I don't know how they fit in there either. So we're like, okay, well, it's not like super fancy, but we just needed a place to crash to finish up some of our plans and whatnot. So it seemed like it was pretty okay. Then we kind of started to look around the room, right? And it's not like it wasn't crazy dirty or like, those hotel horror stories. It wasn't like that. It looked fine. It was just small, older. It was fine. But because it had been like renovated, I was looking at the doors, and they were those indoor hollow doors, which wouldn't have been that big of a deal, except there's nothing keeping the outside world from your room now, because the doors are hollow. And I don't know if you've ever like seen these inside doors where they're hollow. Like I could kick it down like no problem. Like I could punch through some of these doors because they're not like solid wood. They're like hollow doors that are like on the cheaper side, and that's all that you could shut and lock to keep away the outside. Now, I'm paranoid. I also watch a lot of horror movies. This was a red flag for me. I'm like, oh my god, Michael Myers gonna come bursting through this door like it's nothing because me or one of the kids we're with could knock this door down. Oh my god, what are we gonna do? And to be fair, some of the more adults, more adulting than me, were a little concerned too. So when it came time to go to sleep that night, all of us were, a little on edge. We started blocking and barricading the doors. So all of us are just pretty much like, all right, everyone, let's try not to get murdered tonight. And meanwhile, on the inside, I'm all like, oh my god, we're gonna fucking die. We're gonna die. Tonight's the night. I'm gonna die. It's not like it was a bad area or anything. It was just a little creepy that there wasn't any secure blockage from the outside world coming into our hotel room while we're sleeping. So everyone starts barricading stuff and everything, which makes my anxiety go even further because I'm like, oh my god, it's not just me. Everybody's feeling this. So, but apparently I was the worst one because we block everything, and my family was in one of the beds. Our friends were in another with the littlest munchkin with them. And then it was like me and the 5-year-old in the middle section. So everybody starts to go to sleep. Everybody. Except for me. Because I sat up wide awake staring at that door. I'm like, I've seen a lot of horror movies. I've seen a lot of documentaries about people that go missing from places like this. And you know what? This hotel looks fine, but this door is not secure. This is not an okay door. What happens if there's like a serial killer outside? What happens if they come in? That is my mind. That's how I go. So I'm laying there listening to everybody else snore because everybody's passed out except for me. And I'm looking around the room, making a mental checklist of the weapons that I could use. Making just a mental checklist of like listening outside the door. Do I hear footsteps coming up the stairs? Do I hear anybody in the hallway? Do I hear anybody outside? And you know, I'm psyching myself out and it's getting worse. The blood's rushing, my anxiety's going, and I'm like, okay, Cassie, you gotta get some sleep. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Everybody thinks it's fine. We've got it blocked. We'll hear if someone tries to break the door down, hopefully. So I'm convinced I need to get some sleep. I'm stressing myself out. I roll over, I'm closing my eyes, and I start to get that feeling on the back of your neck, like when someone's watching you. And I sit up real quick and I look around and there's nothing there. So unless this is turning into a ghost story, there was nothing there. Could have been a ghost, no idea. But I got creepy vibes. And I'm like, okay, Cassie, you are still freaking yourself out. Go to sleep. So I lay down. I just close my eyes and someone screams bloody murder outside this room. My eyes are open. I'm like, what the hell was that? Did I just hear it? Why is everybody else still sleeping? Did no one else hear this scream that just happened outside? Is someone being murdered? Is someone being abducted? What can I do? Do I need to call 911? What is happening? All these thoughts rush into my head as I hear that scream. Like, I look around, like, literally everybody's asleep, and I'm like, oh my god, did I imagine it? Was it just in my head? And I look at the poor 5-year-old that I'm next to, and this kid's like, why is someone screaming? Confirmation, wasn't in my head. The little kid heard it too. And that's never a good sign in the horror movies when the little kid starts hearing the shit too. Never a good sign. So, no friggin' way I'm going outside of the room or down the stairs or outside. No, I would like to live a life. But I did walk over to the window and I'm all like pumping myself up, ready to see Michael Myers. I'm ready to see Michael Myers. Breathe, breathe, Cassie, you can do this. I look out the window, and what do I see? To my horror, there's a shit ton of teenagers outside the window, goofing off, being idiots. And it pretty much looks like the girl that was screaming was because her friend was trying to tickle her, and they were all laughing about it, and everyone seemed to be having a fantastic time, and were giggling and enjoying their life while I thought they were being murdered. So yeah, this story contains no serial killers. Could have been a ghost, not quite sure. But it was a pretty freaky situation that I definitely psyched myself out, I think, with my anxiety back then. But if you put yourself in my position, and you think about the horrors that happen in horror movies, and where I was going with it, you probably would have been freaked out too. Alright guys, thanks for listening to this random story time. I hope it gave you a laugh or chills. Is it Halloween time yet? Not yet. Thanks for watching, lovelies, and I will see you in the next video.